All right.
Yeah,
Hello.
same. Agreed.
Yes, yes. We were just talking about how when it's dark, I just can't move quickly or do anything, like think quickly, everything. But perfect setup for our wind down yoga class. What better mindset to be in than to like wind down and hopefully get cozy. So welcome back to our Thursday class. We will be focusing on winding down and with like an element of centering, and you can kind of find centering in anything you do if you're looking to find it. You know, this mindfulness that you can bring to anything: walking, eating, dancing, meditating. And centering is kind of the same way. Just kind of finding where you are in space, finding how you're doing, how you're feeling, and just either calling to mind things that kind of bring you a sense of peace, a little bit of space between you and like your immediate surroundings and situation. That can be helpful. Also, just using your own body, if you know, kind of taming the monkey mind is tricky. Feeling where you're connecting to the floor. Maybe your feet are on the ground and you're sitting in a chair and you can feel the supports of the armrests underneath your forearms and your seat on the seat, and your back against the back. You know, just finding where you're connecting, that can be very centering too, so you don't feel that you're just drifting off into space. I saw this terrifying photo of like the first astronaut to ever like kind of free solo through space, just like untethered to anything, and just had his like gear keeping him alive. And it was like the most terrifying photo I'd ever seen, because I was like, that is infinity. So centering is not that. So anyway, so for today, I know I'm like at a weird angle. Maybe I'll sit back. That helps. We're going to start, as we often start on our Thursdays, with a little bit of breath work, and just noticing as the season's changing where I live, maybe the different quality of the breath as it passes through your nostrils or in through your mouth. I notice when I go outside, I start to kind of cough when I quickly breathe in like the brisk air, and that's how I know like it's officially cold. Like when the coldness causes a physical reaction in me. And so then I notice I changed the way I breathe. I don't open my mouth quite as wide. I try to reduce the space so that the cold can kind of warm up as it comes down into my body. So just take a second, find your alignment, feel the connections, find the places where you're connecting with the floor, your mat, maybe you're sitting on a chair or a cushion. Take a second and just identify in your body where those places are. And then on your next inhale, think of an uplifting energy coming up through your spine, lifting your torso up, and you begin to align your head over heart, over pelvis, ears, over shoulders, over hips. Nice and tall and long and spacious, where enough room is in your body now for air to flow freely. And you can begin, if you like, to close your eyes, just letting your palms rest wherever they want in your lap. Or alternatively, you can just lower your gaze and focus on a spot on the floor. And in whatever way you like, begin to deepen the breath. That can be in through the nose, that can be in through parted lips, however you like. And gently release the air at the top. Good. And just take a moment to repeat this several times, just with yourself, noticing the quality of the air that's entering and leaving, and just how you're feeling about that particular sensation. Feel yourself slowing down. And allow yourself to be heavy on the earth with each exhale. Take this 2 more times. And on your last exhale, feel a release of tension throughout your whole body. And begin to gently blink open your eyes. Just want to sleep. Excellent. So while we are still seated on our tushes, we're going to reach our both hands up to the sky, and you're going to either clasp your fingers together and extend your index finger, or you can hold on to one or the other wrist. I'm doing the extended index finger. Take a deep inhale to reach nice and tall. Gaze lifts. That energy rises up past your shoulders, past your wrists, and out through either your fingertips or your fingers. And then exhale to gently lean to the left, keeping that general stretch, that uplifting energy, but slightly pivoting. And inhale to come back to the top, letting the shoulders come down, but still reaching up. Exhale to lean gently to the right. And repeat this. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, reach to the left. Nice and steady. Inhale up. Feel that air fill you up. And exhale to the right. Final inhale here to reach up. On your exhale, carefully release your fingers and begin to press your hands down like you're pressing through water or like jello. Press through jello. Jello. Excellent. And let your fingertips connect for a moment on the earth, and just invite and embrace that point of connection. These 10 new points of connection to the floor and to the mat, and feel into that sensation. I like to kind of press my fingers into the ground, and even in like Zoom meetings and stuff where I'm like nervous, I tend to like press my fingers into like some surface, and it's like, it's grounding, you know, as an option. Lots of secret things you can do to keep yourself in the moment. Excellent. And just release. You can give yourself a little shake. Excellent. We're going to come over onto our hands and knees to move through our cat and cow. And this is yogi's choice. I will guide through the first couple breaths, but then take whatever you need here. So align wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, tops of feet pressing into the floor. You can also tuck your toes if that brings some more comfort. So you're going to inhale to let the belly drop. Spine starts to curve as your gaze lifts. And then exhale, gaze lowers. You begin to round through the spine. Doming the back, pressing away from the floor. And then repeat. The breath causes the motion. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, belly rises, gaze lowers. And here, find your own rhythm. Take any additional movements that you like. Optional wrist stretch. You can turn your fingertips to face the sides and gently bring your shoulders from one side to the other. An additional option is to bring those fingers to point towards your knees and very slowly and gently bring those hips forward and bring them back. You will feel your limits here, so just make sure you take it nice and slow. And carefully, if you're joining me in this, just carefully shake out those hands, return them to face forward. British Bake Off is on the TV behind me. I didn't even realize it was still on. Excellent. So maybe now we feel a little more fluid in our spine. I'm sort of picking up the pace a little to really generate a little warming energy. And then we'll come to stillness in our tabletop position. Just notice how you're doing here. And on an exhale, we're going to walk the fingertips back as we begin to lift up off the ground. My head is going to get cut off, but don't worry, I'm coming back. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. And on an inhale, we're going to send our weight to the supporting leg, the right leg, lifting our left leg, and planting it on the ground in a lunge. We're going to lower our fingers to frame that foot. And we're going to send those hips back, flexing the front toe, half split. You can keep a nice bend in that knee, especially in the first couple rounds. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to walk the hands forward. You can send those hips a little beyond their starting point into a deep lunge. Inhale, send it back, half splits. Toes flexing. Exhale to walk it all forward, finding a little bit of flow. You're never motionless. Inhale, hips up and back. Front toe flexes, nose towards the knee. You can keep a nice bend. Exhale to send it all forward. You're trying not to get the knee too much beyond the ankle. I had to correct myself there a little. Take this in your own time. Find your breath. Let yourself loosen up by taking it bit by bit. Take 2 more cycles, and then we will meet in our lunge. Excellent job. And when you're ready, just send those hips back so they're over the back knee. You can bring the front foot directly underneath the front knee, so you're a little more square. And we're going to inhale, bring the hands to your heart. Exhale to twist to the left, connecting the right elbow to the outside edge of the left knee, so you're doing a little bit of a twist. And then bring your gaze over to the left side. Pressing those palms together. And then exhale to release that elbow. Turn your body front. Just the weirdest beheaded video. Plant those hands on the ground. And then carefully shift your weight to the right so you can bring that left leg back. Open those knees nice and wide. Send those hips back. Nice child's pose. I was on an airplane yesterday. I feel like I'm always on an airplane these days, but not a good time to fly. And yeah, this is very nice. This is what I wish I could have had the ability to do on the airplane. I don't like to fly very much, especially not during such dangerous times, you know. We're gonna inhale, come on back to our tabletop. We're just gonna take that on the other side. So bring those knees back underneath your hips, hands underneath shoulders, and begin to walk yourself upright. So you get my belly button. And this one we're gonna lift our right leg up, so balance on that left side for a moment. Good. And we're gonna lower our body down so our hands frame our feet. If you have blocks, this is a nice place to put them. You're gonna inhale to send those hips back, flex the right toes, head is towards the floor. And then on an inhale, begin to walk those hands forward, let the hips come to lunge, gaze forward, find some length in that spine, starting from the lower spine, find that stretch up. Next, inhale, press it all back. And exhale, flow it forward. Find a kind of languid, flowy motion here. Almost like you are doing this in a dream. Or it's like a mirage. You kind of are never still, but still a picture is emerging. Take about 2 more cycles. And then we will meet all together in a lunge. Excellent. And whenever you finish that cycle, we're going to send those hips back so they're on above the left knee, and just walk the front foot. I feel like it looks like I'm like in stop motion. The front foot back so it's directly under the front knee. So heel, under knee, hip, over knee. Excellent. You're going to inhale to reach, sit up with your body. Hands come to your heart. And then exhale to twist from that lower belly to the right side, connecting the outside edge from here of your left elbow to your right leg. Man, I thought I like tested this out before starting the screen, but apparently I did not. Well, whatever. These are the aesthetics we get today. Press those hands into each other. And then if you notice your hands are coming towards your right shoulder because your body's kind of collapsing down. Use that right arm to press into the left hand to lift that body up and out to the right. Exhale to lift up, release those hands, let them frame the front leg, and step it back. This time you can have an open child's pose, or you can keep the knees together, whatever you like. Send those hips back. Child's pose here, and if you'd like, you can tent up on those fingertips and kind of walk them forward to really stretch out in a nice and gentle way. Notice the quality of your breath here. Those are kind of folded in on yourself. Now we're going to inhale and come on back to our hands and knees. We're going to walk our hands forward about a palm print, tuck those toes, and for a moment, just lift those hips into a downward dog. It doesn't have to be the mightiest downward dog ever. We're just getting some elevation. We're going to lift, oh my goodness, I need a new space. You're going to lift the right foot just a little bit off the ground, and then exhale to send the right knee towards the right elbow, planting the shin along the front edge of your mat. Begin to walk back, wiggle back that left leg into your half pigeon. Pillows are excellent here. Under your shins, under your seat, literally anywhere your legs are making contact with the floor. You could have like 6 pillows and you'll just be like doing half pigeon on a cloud. So if you want to take a second and get a pillow, there was no reason for you to feel pain. So definitely get some support if that's what your body's asking for. Your front leg is on a diagonal, facing the short edge of your mat. Once you get settled, take a minute to square those hips. Make sure you're not rolling on one side or the other. Deep breath in to find some length, and then exhale to begin to walk your torso down towards the ground. Your back foot can be tucked. I find it's a little more supportive for my knees, or you can untuck it nice and long against the ground. Oh, I was looking for this. Great. What other treasures? Behold me. Behold me. I'm tired. Underneath the couch, we got so many things. You would think I had like animals that played with it, but I don't. It's just me knocking stuff under the couch. As you begin to deepen your breath, once you kind of start acclimating to this position, maybe you can bring a little bit more release, a little bit more stretch on the exhales. Take one final inhale at the bottom here. And then exhale, begin to press yourself back up. Option to bend the back leg, which is your left leg. Take your left arm, reach back towards the top of that foot, and gently bring that foot towards your body. This is our king pigeon, from half pigeon to king. And release wherever you are. Remove any pillows or supports. And here you're going to plant your palms, lift those hips in the air, send the front leg back to meet the back leg in a downward dog. You can give it a little shake if you need. And begin to lift those hips high again. Inhale to lift the left leg in the air. Exhale to bring that left knee towards your left elbow, foot towards the right side as you drape the shin along the ground. And begin to walk back the right leg. Here, again, take any pillows or supports that feel snuggly. Square your hips towards the short edge of your mat. Inhale to find some length, and then exhale. If you'd like, you can begin to walk those arms down. Otherwise, just stay upright. You're getting the full benefits of this no matter where you are, as long as you're listening to your body and not pushing past where it wants to be, and pushing past the point of growth and into the point of growth and challenge is one thing, but pain and injury is another. One is kind of counterintuitive to growth. So let's not push ourselves to injury. Let your head be heavy wherever it is. Try to relax the muscles in your neck. Bring a little bit more of a natural gravity into your head. On the inhale, maybe you feel yourself lifting a little off the ground, stretching forward, and then on the exhale, using that stretch to release more deeply into your position. One more inhale at the bottom. Then exhale, using your hands to carefully press your body up nice and slowly. No rush. I always look like I'm like dazed after, like. And then if you would like to take the optional king pigeon, you're gonna lift the right foot, reach the right hand towards the top, the toe area, and gently bring that foot closer to your body. You will feel your edge here. So definitely don't push past a point that feels, challenging but supportive. Good, hold it for one more breath. And then exhale, release that foot down the back. Remove any pillows from underneath you. Hands come in front of you, tuck the back toe and begin to lift those hips off the ground. Send that left foot back to meet the right in downward dog. You can kind of walk them out. And then we're gonna bring our knees to the ground. And then bring our booty to the ground. Okay. And while we're sitting here, we're just gonna do a quick forward fold, half-legged forward fold. So we're gonna extend one foot. My goodness, I'm really set up poorly today. I'm gonna extend one foot. I'm still getting used to this. I'm gonna have like a little space upstairs eventually when I can really unpack. It'll be my little yoga space, but for now, here we are. So one foot, my left foot is, pressing into the inner thigh of my right. I'm flexing through both feet. If you'd like to bring a pillow under your knee, if you're experiencing a lot of tension under here, definitely do it. Do it. No need to feel tension and like push those fibers to like a bad point. So do it supportive. Then we're gonna inhale, send that heart up. And on an exhale, you have the option of beginning to fold forward, trying to keep a little bit of that length in your spine, or simply exhale into this length that you've created, exhale into this upright position if you're not up for folding forward today. So take wherever you'd like. And same thing as with our half pigeon, you can inhale to maybe lift a little upward, find a little length, stretching it forward, and then exhale to melt into that space. Here, depending on where you are, if you're reaching forward, we're going to begin to lift the left hand towards the sky, a slight twist in the body to the left. So instead of laying down, you're going to lift that left shoulder up and extend the arm out of it. If you're sitting up, you can do the same thing. Slight twist to the left and reach up to the sky, wherever you are feeling that. And then exhale, bring that arm back down, square back towards the foot. And then roll up. Head is the last thing to come up. You're like a little worm. My aunt is staying with me and she's like queen of saying like really funny expressions. Like she was saying she was jealous of something and she was like, I was so jelly beaner of that person. I was like, I was jelly beaner too. Like I just feel like it's warped my way of communicating because I'm like half Catherine and half my aunt now. Anyway, we're gonna now extend the left leg, shake it out, and pull the right leg in towards the inner thigh. Find some length, flexing through both feet. And then exhale to either ground here or begin to send that heart forward. Arms can follow and reach wherever you like. Reminder, you can always slide a pillow under this leg, especially if you're trying to reach further, but the tension is preventing you. That slight supported lift really frees you up to fold a little more. Let your breath make its way into your consciousness again. Consciousness. Become aware of your breath. Nothing to do or to change. Just having awareness in this moment is our goal. And then on inhale, we're going to pivot or twist our body to the right side so that right shoulder's up towards the sky, and begin to lift the right arm up. A little open twist to the right. Again, if you're sitting up, just find that length as you press that right shoulder back in space. And then exhale to square those shoulders back towards the front foot. And then very slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to rise. We're going to shake out our legs. Very good. Here, so we're getting to the best part of class, our Shavasana. So if you have any blankets or pillows, I encourage you to get as cozy as I feel in this moment. I've cranked up the heat for my aunt, so I'm a little toasty. But here, I would love if you would like make a burrito, like learn how to make your own like comforting little snug things. That way, you know, like as the winter months come, you can always find warmth. You can always create it. For me, I'm gonna stay open, but find some pillows, take what you need, take a second, and whenever you are ready, you're just gonna roll down onto the ground. If you have a blanket, feel free to roll onto your side, tuck in those knees, kind of like we do at the end of Shavasana, and just hug it in. Otherwise, you can do our more commonly used Shavasana in this class where we just let those feet open, like you're like making an angel in the snow angel. Feel yourself just opening up and melting into the ground, feeling supported. Let your eyelids be heavy. Maybe they close. Take a deep breath here and let it out. Take one more like that. Let it go. And then simply allow your breath to drift back into its normal, natural rhythm. Embracing the stillness and the warmth. I'm going to retreat into the background for a couple of moments. Just take this time for yourself. And as you continue to rest in your Shavasana, I'm going to offer you a short reading inspired by feelings of hope. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. That's Audre Lorde. I'll say it one more time. It's just one sentence. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. So caressed by the wisdom and awesomeness of Audre Lorde, I will not even guide you out of your Shavasana, but I invite you to stay in this for as long as time allows. Here I offer you namaste and my gratitude for your presence and the community that we continue to create simply by showing up. So thank you so much. I hope to see you soon at our Saturday class, and I hope you all stay nice and warm and cozy. Good night.